All right, how y'all doing again? This is D Works with another episode of The Big Hots on Inspirational Cobbler TV. I'm here today with my man, and he basically got a carpet cleaning service that he had for how many years?
This month made 9 years.
Okay, Tracy. 9 years?
9 years.
That's good. Okay, basically, as I always explained in the beginning, I call it The Big Hots because I feel like what I find is a lot of people, they really want to try something, whether it's a business venture or whatever else. And most of the time you find that there's a lot of fear. So anybody who out here doing it, I just use you all as inspiration to others that really want to do it, but they just scared. And I call it the big house because I feel like that the people who are out there doing it, whether they got their own business or a business situation, they overcame that fear. And I just feel like they're courageous. So that's why I call it the big house. But I just try to provide a platform to inspire people to just hop out there and take a gamble on themselves. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts is I think you hit a key point. A lot of people are fearful. Mm-hmm. A lot of it comes from lack of knowledge.
Right.
We're told how hard things are by people who are not willing to pursue them themselves.
Right.
So we're deterred from going to look because we have trust in certain people. And if I trust you and you tell me, man, that's too hard to start a business, I'm going to believe you and not pursue it myself.
Right.
So
that go along with the fear they already had anyway. They just kill it right here.
That goes along with the fear that they already had.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, what made you yourself want to start your own business?
Well, I was very fortunate. I was brought up by a man who was a self-made man himself.
Okay.
So I've never had fear of working hard.
Right.
It was just finding something that I like to do. And I started doing this in the year 2000, and I liked it.
Right.
So I decided to give it a try.
Well, look, you said you met a guy. So because I interviewed another gentleman, and one of his key points was, in fact, it's his approach to business in general. It's finding someone who's already doing it. Not, even if it's not necessarily the same thing you want to do, but he mentioned having a mentor. So was that gentleman a mentor to you?
He was a friend. He was a peer.
Okay.
And I had never did this type of work before.
Right.
And I was looking for a job, and he talked me through the interview.
Okay.
On what to say in order to get the job. Once I got the job, I did not want to let him down. So every opportunity I got, I took advantage to try to learn what he was doing.
Okay.
So if he set a machine down, I played with the machine while he was taking a break. And that's how I got to learn how to master my craft.
Okay, so you took the initiative on your own.
Yeah, because I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to let him down, and I didn't want to embarrass myself at the same time.
Right.
Because now he's put his word on me, so I don't want to make him look bad, and at the same time, I didn't want to look bad either.
Okay. Once again, I always do this, and it's not to deter people, but it's to also encourage them and just give them a broad scale of a business in general. Everything's not all sunshine, is it?
Oh no.
So tell us about some of the pitfalls that you might go through in your business.
The biggest pitfall is not having a guaranteed income.
Right.
I don't have a guaranteed paycheck every Friday.
Right.
So I have to make things happen, or things have to happen in a divine way in order for me to survive.
Right.
Been very, very fortunate. The biggest thing right now is the stigmatism of a minority business.
Okay.
Because everybody feels as though they can't deal with a minority business because of ways they've been treated before.
Right.
And then you have the ones that want to deal with minority business because they want the hookup.
Right.
So those are just a few of the things.
Right.
You know, I could go on.
I'm glad you said that, because trust me, I believe if I'm gonna provide a platform, I want to be as transparent as possible.
You have to be.
So with saying that, do you mean people that look like you want to hook up?
Of course.
Right.
But at the same time now, what I've had to learn over the years is, if I'm providing you a service,
right,
and I charge you X amount of dollars and you're satisfied, there's never an issue.
Right.
So you always have those people, you tell them X amount of dollars. Oh, well, let me do it. Can you do it for this? I stand behind my work. So,
Right.
you know, if I give you a price, it's already discounted.
Right.
Some people have provoked me to the point to where I suggest, hey, call another company and get a quote from them, then call me back. Okay. Because you're going to call me back after you get their price.
So your price is reasonable considering other companies. Well, I'm just asking because let me explain. You've done the house that I stay at now and the previous residence, and we were more than satisfied. I mean, you cleaned the little cracks and everything, and then you work hard, man. So I can attest to that.
Well, see, it's a blessing, like I said, and I mean I have to give credit where credit is due. This is not me.
That's right.
It's all because of that leap of faith that, you know, we had mentioned earlier that I took that got me out here. The pastor of the church that I go to, when I gave him the price the very first time, he patted me on the back. He said, I'm going to pay you this, but you're not charging enough. And he wasn't saying that in a, you know, you need to be up here with these guys. Okay. But what he was telling me, just like you were saying, the quality of the work, the punctuality, the determination, you know, everything was the hunger. Right. And where the game gets tricked up is when people no longer are hungry, they're greedy. Right. If I have hungry people on my team, we're all going to go out and going to perform. And if I leave, they're going to perform like me because they're just as hungry as me. That's right. A greedy person's going to do what they have to do, the bare minimum, just to get a paycheck. That's right. So
that's a good point. And then going back to what you said, some of the things that they're not downfalls, but it's some of the dark side to business in general.
It's a business, and what I'm trying not to do, Dame, is I'm trying not to let the business turn me cold-hearted. Right. Because being a cleaning company, you are the lowest rung on the ladder. Okay. When companies start downsizing, the cleaning company is the first to go. Right. We do stuff that people won't do, and then we're criticized for everything we do. Okay. So I tell people this all the time. The cleaning business is a dirty business in more ways than one. Okay. That's a good point. Yes, sir. Okay, now how can those reach you, those that might be looking? How can they reach you? What's your information? Well, I'm located in Norfolk, Virginia. Okay. I can be emailed at newlifecleaning7cities, CITYS, @yahoo.com. Okay. I can be found on Facebook under my name, Tracy Noah. And I also have a business page, but it's a personal business page, so it's not like you have to go to it. You can just type in New Life Cleaning Company, and I'll pop up. Okay. And I also have an Instagram, New Life Cleaning Company, _Cleaning Company as well. Okay, I appreciate that. And you do have gentlemen working. Well, I've seen them, but just for the audience, you do have gentlemen working with you. I have one full-time employee. I have 2 part-time employees right now. Okay. And you know we're still hovering around, you know, on the lower levels right now, but things are starting to pick up tremendously. Okay, that's good. I mentioned that because I always say whatever you're doing in life, you should be providing a service. And you're not only providing a service to people, to your clients in their homes, but you're also making opportunities for someone to work, not just for you, but with you. And then that just inspires people. And I'm just all about inspiration, man. That's why I do this. Just to inspire people and just to let them know, man, if you got a dream or you got an idea, you got to put it to work, man. Everything starts in the spiritual realm. And then with help from God, you just bring it to fruition. That is correct. So, go ahead. And like I was saying earlier, a lot of people, they don't take that leap of faith because they just don't. Lack of knowledge. Right. Lack of knowledge. And so I'm blessed to be in a church fellowshipping with about 4 different people now who have taken that leap of faith. Okay. And it's hard. When I first started the business, I was still working full time. Right. I had another gentleman who was with me that I had brought on as a partner per se, and he was able to quit his job before I was. I got an important question. So many people, there's so many people that's not scared. They don't have that fear. But they getting to the point where they still, you know, have their regular day to day. And then they're doing whatever they love on the side, so to speak. When you got to the point where you said, all right, I'm gonna walk away. All security gone, I'm walking away. What was going through your mind? Well, my best friend, she was right there with me, who later became my wife. Right. And financially, we struggled together.
Okay.
I was comfortable enough to know that if I was to quit my full-time job, pursue what I really love to do, that if we were to come up short, that she was able to fill in the blanks.
Okay.
So that made it a lot easier. Like I said, has it been easy? Of course. Of course it hasn't been easy, but it's been well worth it.
Yeah, and that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
that's it. You just set foot to do it.
Because I was brought up by a man who owned rental property, so I know how to do all types of repairs to houses, but I never liked it.
Okay.
Because I was forced to do it.
Okay.
I actually found something that I like to do in life, and I was always nervous when I first started, and I never wanted to be the front person for the business because I'm a background dancer. I'm not David Ruffin. I can't get out in front.
I got you.
But the thing about it is, it has pushed me to where I have to be out in front, and my personality, my intellect, my ability to communicate with people has made it so much easier.
That's good. That's good, man. Well, like I said, this platform is to inspire. I believe what you just said was a mouthful. You're going to inspire people. And I just welcome people to try your service, man, because I've done it personally. And I don't mind giving you that platform, for you as a commercial, in a commercial sense. So I just want you to keep going forth. If anything in the future you want to take your business or any hopes and dreams, further dreams. Mm-hmm. Anything else you would like to tell people out there before we close?
If you have a dream, you must pursue it. You don't want to wait 20 years down the road and beat yourself up about what could have happened.
Exactly.
You don't know until you try.
That's right.
There was no guarantee that this was going to be a success when I first started, and I was willing to put my all into it, and if it failed, I felt as though I gave it my all.
That's right.
At any given time, this thing could end because of the type of business it is and the type of world it is. Mm-hmm. If it's something you want to do, stop asking people for their opinions and their questions and their directions.
That's right.
Ask God, and if he puts it on you to pursue it, then you go and you find the questions, the answers to your questions.
That's right.
I never thought that I could get a business license. Oh, that's going to cost me $2,000-$3,000. No, it's not. When I was told I had to have a $1 million bond, okay. I mean a $1 million insurance policy.
Yeah.
$1 million? There's no way humanly possible. I end up paying $42 a month. So these things that we think are unobtainable, they're obtainable, especially when you got favor. And
then, and all God asks, I believe, you had a dream or you had an idea. You got to do a little research. Mm-hmm. Be willing to work hard. But when you actually set foot in the direction on your mission, mm-hmm. that's when all types of help come. You can't say when it's gonna come, where it's gonna come from. You can't worry about how much it's gonna cost. Set foot, and things have a way of being taken care of.
Well, I didn't start off to be a carpet cleaner. Uh-huh. I started off to be a floor technician. I just wanted to strip and wax floors.
Right.
But I seen how easy it was to clean carpets, and thanks to Facebook and thanks to wonderful customers like your wife,
right,
who made it so that once I started posting before and after pictures, and I started getting clientele, it was everyone's pleasure to spread my information.
That's right.
And I tell about your wife all the time. She paid one time to get your carpet cleaned, and the next 8 times were free.
Yeah.
Because of the Refer a Friend program.
Exactly. I like that too.
And I loved it because I know that she was actually an employee for New Life Cleaning Company and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Her word of mouth made it so that we got other customers. And so you don't mind giving back to somebody who's helping you.
That's right.
Yep.
And that just make it the way it is now with social media. It's no excuse. It's sky's the limit. There's so many ways to get your brand out there, and it is the brand. But like I said, man, I wish you the best, man. I've seen your work, seen your work ethic. So I just wish you the best in the future.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
All right, man. I appreciate really your time too. And once again, this is another episode of The Big Hearts with my man Tracy. All right, check him out.